remember last summer. I say they have crazy people everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And everybody, I'm not picking on Italy, but I'm talking about everybody was like, no, they don't. They just in America. What you call setting trees on fire? That's crazy.
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
That's a little.
So if we ain't gonna tell them how we feel, we're gonna show them. That's a little crazy.
You know, I mean,
that's a little crazy. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Starbucks is the largest coffee company in the world, with over 34,000 stores in 80 countries. In 2018, the chain opened in one of the coffee capitals of the world, Italy. While Starbucks doesn't break out country-specific data in its earnings report and declined our request for an interview, the company does get some glowing reviews from locals.
Everybody knows the brand and everybody knows that it's good. Preferisco Starbucks perché è più fresco, cioè una cosa più anche alla moda, un po' più americano.
Whenever you go inside, you smell the coffee and you see the interior itself, you feel that you're in Milan, you feel you're in Italy.
We know Starbucks, we know the quality, and when you travel, sometimes you just need to stay in the comfortable option.
Italy's $7 billion cafe market is the second biggest in the world. Coffee is built into the fabric of the country's culture, filled with traditions, customs, and rituals. A few other American brands have failed in Italy. So can Starbucks find success in the country that invented the espresso? CNBC went to Italy to find out.
Now this is interesting because we already know how y'all feel about Starbucks.
Right.
Okay, and here you all like your independent mom and pops cafes. So I'm really interested to see what they have to say about this. Because so far they're like they know the quality. They want to stick with the quality when they travel, and American is hip.
Let me know if you one of them guys who say I didn't like Starbucks, but then I had a change of heart. Because you know it'd be like that.
Starbucks cool. I mean, when we want to splurge on coffee, you know.
Extra shot, please.
We get vanilla beans.
Yeah, that's how we get. Like nothing more.
The Starbucks we know today was modeled after Italian coffee houses. But in its beginnings, the company used to sell whole bean coffee and tea from a few stores in Seattle. 10 years later, Howard Schultz, the company's marketing director at the time, took a trip to Milan and was captivated by the Italian coffeehouse experience of making an espresso. When he returned to Seattle, he persuaded the company to model Starbucks after Milan's unique coffeehouse culture. The concept took off, and in 1987, the original founders sold the company to Schultz for $3.8 million.
Somebody always selling their recipe
To the marketing manager.
For real. Like they say this is what we got going on. This is the future we see for it. How much you want for it for? Well, they'll never pitch the price. They tell them how much they want, then they let them know what they can do. I wonder who Starbucks is like getting their import from when it comes to coffee. Because you know, being an international channel and all, seeing the world, and we know a few spots where coffee is really, nature grown.
Right.
So
I don't know. Haven't looked into it.
Interesting.
Y'all let us know if y'all know.
It wasn't until 2018 that Starbucks opened its first store in the country that inspired it, a 25,000 square foot roastery in Milan. It features an in-house coffee roaster, a bakery with a wood-fired oven, and augmented reality configured walls. It was the first Starbucks location to feature an Arrabbiamo bar, and the first to include an affogato station, which is an Italian dessert made with ice cream and espresso. When Starbucks announced its formal plan...
Now, you know what? I'm going to Starbucks and see if they can make that. Because that look different. I think we got that.
The closest we're going to get is a vanilla bean.
Okay. If you tell them what you want, they'll make it for you.
Ice cream?
The customer's always right.
They don't have ice cream.
They're going to find some. They go find
To open in Milan in 2016, the company planted 42 palm trees in the historic Piazza del Duomo to revitalize the space in celebration. Locals protested and a few set fire to a cluster of the trees in the middle of the night. Matteo
This gotta be the
Salvini,
crowd you was talking about.
About what?
The ones who not too like hip with the Starbucks
Right.
ways.
I remember last summer. I say they have crazy people everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And everybody, I'm not picking on Italy, but I'm talking about everybody was like, no, they don't. They just in America. What you call setting trees on fire? That's crazy.
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
That's a little.
Say, if we ain't gonna tell them how we feel, we're gonna show them. That's a little crazy.
You know, I mean,
That's a little crazy.
leader of the Northern League, accused Starbucks of appealing to illegal African immigrants. In a statement, the company said, "Our intention for this project has always been to demonstrate our respect and gratitude to the city of Milan, which has so greatly inspired Starbucks over the years." To date, Starbucks has 20 locations in Italy, all owned and operated by its Italian licensee, Percassi. The firm manages stores across retail, food and beverage, and cosmetics in over 23 countries. Percassi also franchises Victoria's Secret stores across Italy.
Okay.
Italy remains a small portion of Starbucks' portfolio. Revenue from licensed stores accounted for 9% of Starbucks' total net revenue in the third quarter of 2022. In an earnings call in August of 2022, the company said, "Given the success we are enjoying in Milan, we are now planning to open in Rome and in Florence."
Uh-oh.
It took Starbucks 47 years to open shop in Italy.
Dang.
Coffee is very important in Italian culture.
That's
The
a long
Italian coffee market is worth $11.8 billion, and about 14 billion espressos are consumed each year. In the south of Italy, it's tradition to buy 2 coffees, one for you and one for a stranger. There are other unwritten rules and customs that can be harder for a large international chain to abide by. Italians go to coffee houses for leisure. It's common to get a coffee, quickly drink it at the counter, and leave. It's also personal and intimate. Many baristas know their customers by name. Unlike Starbucks, customers don't typically sit for a while or work on their laptops. And Starbucks is known for getting its customers' names wrong.
they are known for getting
That
the
is
customer's name
funny
wrong.
she mentioned that. That is so funny. That is truthful.
But I want to speak on what I know Starbucks culture to be, because we had a Starbucks on campus. No, not on campus, but by campus. We had like a barista on campus, Starbucks. And like they even purchase or lease stores where it would be bigger seating areas. And we have met clients at Starbucks.
Right.
Like that was our go-to spot. And other people that we know, like our Starbucks are always packed
Truthful.
with people who are sitting down, chatting, working, meetup spot.
It's a meetup spot, bro. Like
Yeah.
everybody's working there.
Right, so that's what we know it to be. Nah, yeah. Do with that as you will. How y'all feel about that? Because y'all be like, Sierra, you can't speak for everybody, but
And when you get up
we've
there,
lived in
just
multiple places.
yeah, truthful. Like, and when you get up there, just ask them to re-say your name, so
Right.
they can like reinstate it. Like, who am I?
Yeah,
Who I said I was? Okay, I'm Dion. I'm not Dion. Call me by D. It's better. All right, gotcha.
And don't be characterizing me, girl with the red shirt. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh, I don't like that when they take your drink and they can't get your name right, so they call you by your number and you leave on the counter. And then you go there and you have all these other drinks. You be like, what is this?
That's why I
It be
stay
packed.
at that counter, because them drinks are too high to be leaving and somebody else come get your drink.
For real.
When you go to a cafe in Italy, this is a moment of social exchange. This is a moment in which you want to spend time with your colleagues. Maybe you want to take 5 more meals before going back to work after lunch. Or maybe it's a moment in which you just want to drink a coffee al volo, a short espresso, not jumbo mug of coffee, and you have a brief exchange with the barista about how your soccer team did the day before and things like that.
The typical order at a coffee bar in Italy is much simpler than an average order at Starbucks. It's custom to order a cafe, which is a strong shot of espresso.
The consensus is that in the morning you would have either an espresso. Otherwise, for breakfast, another favorite option is for sure cappuccino. After noon, you would not ask for a cappuccino, for example. That is considered a sort of blasphemy by many people in Italy.
Milan has some of the cheapest coffee in the world, according to one study. The average for a cappuccino is about €1.30, compared to €4.50 at Starbucks. This was a big enough issue that even an Italian consumer group filed a complaint in 2018. Despite the challenges, Starbucks has beat the odds in Italy and is even considering expanding. To ensure a smooth transition into uncharted territory, the company partnered with an Italian brand manager and other local businesses.
Finding the best franchisees is just so critical because they're executing the business locally and they're so desperately needed to really execute the brand well, but they're just difficult to find.
Starbucks worked with local craftsmen and Italian materials to adapt the design of its shop to fit the culture. The architecture echoes Milan's extravagant use of colors, textures, and materials with intense attention to detail. The chain also partnered with an Italian baker to adapt its menu to local tastes. Some believe the taste profile of Starbucks coffee is similar to that of Italian coffee. The chain sources Arabica beans from 30 countries around the world.
Talk about it.
It's a darker, smoother roast compared to the typical American coffee, which is often regarded as weak.
When I went to the roastery in Milan, I wanted to try it. I immensely enjoyed the coffee I had there. It was perfect. Also, the cappuccino was nice and creamy. The temperature was perfect. It wasn't burned. It tasted precisely like an Italian coffee should, and I would say a good Italian coffee.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Look at Starbucks going into a very what is the word?
I'm thinking of one.
Challenging situation.
Yeah.
And winning over the locals. They learned the culture. First of all, there was the inspiration. He came to Milan, saw what he liked, took it back to the owner. The owner ended up selling it to him 40-something years later.
Right.
He come back to the blueprint and open up this big, what is it called, roastery?
Oh, the little
This
factory
big
thing.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
And he understood the culture.
Yeah,
He ain't
yeah.
try to Americanize it. He ain't try to, say, no, this is how we like our coffee. Like, he went there, built this beautiful, well, I don't know if it was built, so excuse me.
Oh, no. I think
But
he purchased, or he mimicked the
The
building.
materials and all of that.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, he immersed himself in the culture.
Yeah. And we say that a lot about the failing businesses. They don't cater to the culture.
They don't care.
They don't do what
Not
the
that
people...
they don't care.
Yeah, it's not that they don't care. It's like the people know what they like, and they don't
Not
give
enough
them
research.
what they want. They give them what everyone else accepted, and they let them
Right.
have that. Nah, we don't have nothing like this in America when it
Nothing at
comes to Italian culture, Starbucks. Nah.
Nope. We need
that's different.
the Alvaro.
What was it? What was it? See?
I ain't gonna say, but
We
we
need
need that
that.
bar, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need the ice cream bar. We
Yeah,
need that.
yeah. If we don't got it, they gonna find it.
Right, because
'Cause,
our children already think that it's ice cream that we go get from Starbucks.
Now we have like a menu that we cater to, and we have
Yeah.
like a certain thing that we pick every single time, like the pop cakes for the children. Is
Yeah,
it called
yeah.
cake pops?
Cake pops.
Cake pops for the children, like a lollipop, but it's a
Lemon
cake,
bread.
living bread, little small pastries like that. But we need to add ice cream.
Yeah, we need an ice cream bar.
We need ice cream.
Kids will love it.
Mm-hmm.
Il caffè da Starbucks è buono anche perché ci sono anche altre varietà.
Secondo me questo negozio ha una location unica, un layout interno unico, un ambiente che è particolarmente bello ed è un posto piacevole dove bersi un caffè, diciamo.
Starbucks è qualcosa di particolarissimo che non assomiglia a nessuna esperienza da bar che si possa avere probabilmente a Milano.
But not everyone agrees.
Io non lo berrei mai, neanche il mio. Anacquato, cosa mi bevo un caffè anacquato?
Il caffè di Starbucks è un caffè più acquoso, più diluito.
Dedicarsi più sulla loro linea rispetto a copiare il caffè classico italiano, espresso.
I mean,
Many
kinda
Italian
40
customers
something
go to
years late.
Starbucks for the unique experience. There's a widespread view online that Starbucks is seen as exotic to international customers. And in a high-fashion city such as Milan, holding a Starbucks cup can give a sense of status. Tourism could be a big driver behind the chain's sales. Tourists are more likely to shop at brands they recognize.
Right.
About 95 million tourists arrived in Italy in 2019. Other brands have had a harder time finding success in the country. Domino's, Ben & Jerry's, and Haagen-Dazs all failed.
One of the biggest missing pieces is to really understand the competitive landscape. And the competitive landscape in most of our European countries is not another chain.
The company said it plans to open 5 more Starbucks locations in Italy by the end of 2022.
They say they don't care what y'all say. We still gonna open some more.
Well, they don't got no competitive. Nobody competing them. Not really like.
But the culture, like they would rather their independent shops.
They would, yeah, they did mention that. But when it comes to like other franchise, like businesses and whatnot, they don't got nobody that can run with them.
Right.
Nobody really in their own lane by themselves.
Right. Okay.
Whew, Lord, let me find a recipe and sell it.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't sell it.
No, we're gonna keep it for ourselves.
For real.
Keep
Gonna
it
do
in
good
family.
things. Yeah, big facts.
All right, guys. So let us know your thoughts. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.